Welcome to December's Indie Showdown. I've got some of the best indies that have come out this month to feast your controllers on. Indies never get enough recognition, so I'm here to share in all the juicy details about the best ones. Let's check it out. Number 8. A cute little game that goes by the name Lapin. Lapin is a 2D platformer game featuring a group of brave rabbit explorers. 5 little rabbits who live underneath the park have to leave for a new home, as the humans started a new renovation. L'Abbé, a white rabbit, goes on an adventure with Captain, Bianca, Jose, and Mont Blanc to find a new home of their very own, away from the pesky humans. Join the rabbits on their emotional adventure full of new friends, rabbit-threatening dangers, and last but not least, beautiful scenery. Make sure to talk to other beings on your adventure. They might just have an unexpected gift for you. This cute little platformer has some very positive reviews. Even people who normally aren't into platformer games are absolutely loving the stunning visuals and mechanics. Not to mention, everyone can't get over how cute it is to play as a fuzzy rabbit. Lapin is available on PC, Xbox One, Series X and S, and has now released on Nintendo Switch. Number 7. A funny little sim game, Uncle Chop's Rocket Shop. On an asteroid-bound service station in an unfrequented space lane, Wilbur carves out a paltry living as a mechanic, repairing as many ships as he can afford to ever-rising rent payments to his corporate overlord, Uncle Chop. Where most of his customers find meaning in pastimes like worshipping deranged space gods, feeding random crap to a sentient black hole, endlessly digging for the treasure, or mentally enslaving donut shop workers, Wilbur lives a more humble life, fixing the galaxy's ills one broken ship module at a time. Using a range of tools, diagnostic devices, part and workshop appliances, you'll be correcting faults in the modules of procedurally generated spaceships, from simple refuel jobs to total overhauls. Get ready to frantically fumble, slice, loosen, tighten, crab, and drop as you try to compete as many jobs as you can within each daily time limit. With a huge variety of ships and modules, your hands are going to get real dirty real fast, in some real unusual places. The reviews for this game are mostly positive. The only negative side to it is it's difficult to play. Now, I personally don't think this is a negative quality. It seems like the game wouldn't be for everyone, that being said. But it doesn't have anything to do with the game itself. The game is addicting and the progression is super fun. Not to mention, it can be so unfair at times you'll want to find a way to beat certain parts of it. People in the comment sections are even warning people if something doesn't work, it's probably not a bug, it's how you're going about it. I love that kind of a challenge. Uncle Chop's Rocket Shop is available on Nintendo Switch, PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X. Number 6. A zombie-filled survival game, Urban Strife. Enjoy a unique blend of old-school turn-based strategy, post-apocalyptic survival mechanics, and thrilling RPG storyline, with all the benefits of the modern Unreal Engine. Real bullet ballistics, day and night cycle, fire with dynamic material consumption and spread, advanced sound propagation mechanics, AI NPCs with independent lives and faction-based morales, and hunger, thirst, wounds, and sickness. And last but not least, advanced modding support. Starting as an amnesiac survivor rescued half dead by the kind people of Urban City Shelter, somewhere in the backwater south of the USA, you need to rise up and become a true leader. Rebuild the pillaged camp and bring hope back into the hearts of the survivors. Then venture out to negotiate alliances with ruthless factions or go to war against them. Bet everything you have and know to survive an impending return of the massive zombie horde that almost ended civilization just 2 years ago. Urban Strife has some positive reviews. The only real negatives that I found is people wanting more added to the game itself and more of a modern feel. The game definitely has a retro 90s, early 2000s feel to it. Its tactics are great, the atmosphere is perfect, and still being in early access means there's still more in store. Urban Strife is available only on PC Early Access. Number 5. What does a Takeshi, a skilled samurai, a Kodama, a tiny tree spirit, and a Chisai, a warrior cat, have in common? You get to morph and play as all three in the spirit of the samurai. Assume the role of Takeshi, a Japanese samurai who has to protect his village from the onslaught of an Oni attempting to conquer the land with his undead army. Fight against the army of Tengu, undead, and the horrifying Joragumo, all inspired by Japanese mythology and unique, brutal stop-motion cinematic adventure. Explore a meticulously crafted world alive with Japanese mythology and folklore. Wander through ruined villages, mountain caves, desolate cemeteries, and more. Battle yokai, undead monsters, and demons, all expertly rendered in a highly detailed Ray Harryhausen-esque stop-motion style. Fight through the undead hordes as 3 distinct characters: Takeshi, a skilled samurai, Kodama, a brave but tiny spirit, and Chisai, a warrior cat. Each interacts with the world in a different way, from intense sword combat to precise platforming and exploration. So this game has some mixed reviews, and I know what you're thinking, then why is it on the top 8 list? Hear me out. This game is absolutely beautiful. Its stop-motion animation is super cool. The imagery is fantastic and gory, but the combat mechanics need a little work. There seems to be a 50-50 draw between people reviewing the game, both sides stating, "Are we even playing the same game?" There definitely is some room for improvement, and the developers are constantly taking as much information in to make sure they're working on every bug you run into. If you decide to buy, just make sure you know that they're still working on the game itself and the issues you may or may not run into. The Spirit of the Samurai is available on PC. The upcoming PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S releases have yet to be announced. Number 4. The most relaxing and visually pleasing game you'll play this month, Naiad. Enjoy a wholesome experience with a dreamy and original visual style. Learn to swim like a duck, dive like a fish, dash like a frog, and meet other adorable friends like butterflies, rabbits, turtles, snakes, and crocodiles. Help them find their way and avoid obstacles. Navigate your way through 16 episodes that will take you through beautiful and strange places, like a deep forest, a dark cave, a joyful creek, a calm lake, and more, until you reach the sea. Beautiful visuals and sound design help you feel like you're diving underwater and floating and flowing among the leaves and flowers. In each zone, you'll discover new animals and little secrets, with different atmospheric and music as the day progresses. Most importantly, protect nature on the way from certain humans who try to take advantage of the river and pollute it. Naiad has some very, very positive reviews. There wasn't any negative reviews among the players. A few are even asking the developers to create more games in the future because they love this game so much. It's super casual, super laid back, and easy to play. The performance is gorgeous and smooth, the music immerses you in the beautiful sceneries. Overall, an outstanding game. Naiad is available on PC, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and Nintendo Switch. Number 3. A return to a very popular, rather addicting, and puzzle-filled game, Monument Valley 3. Monument Valley 3 invites players to reunite with the series' signature beauty and mind-bending puzzles. Guide a new hero, Noor, through a series of impossible landscapes, manipulating architecture and perspective to unveil hidden paths and solve intricate challenges. Monument Valley 3 is the perfect entry point for newcomers, while offering a wealth of fresh experiences for returning fans. Explore sprawling cities to quaint coastal towns, all reimagined into impossible geometry that defy the laws of physics. The game also features the most immersive world building in a Monument Valley game yet, with expansive natural landscapes from gorgeous wheat fields to rising sea tides, all adding a new layer of depth to the iconic Monument Valley universe. Overall, the reviews for the game are mainly positive. The only negative reviews I've found are bug issues, which most can be fixed uninstalling and then reinstalling. Most diehard players who loved the first and second game weren't as impressed with the third. However, some reviews negated those by saying it may not be the same, but it definitely is still worth the play. The sound effects are super satisfying, the level designs seem a bit more elaborate, and it feels a little bit more seamless at times going through levels. A very casual, simplistic game. Monument Valley 3 is available through Netflix on iOS and Android. Number 2. If you love music and side-scrolling platformers, check out a game called Symphonia. In the realm of Symphonia, music acts as a source of life and energy. But since the founders and their orchestra vanished, the inhabitants are divided, and the world slowly falls into silence. What if there was a way to gather a new orchestra? That's the question Philemon, the mysterious musician in Symphonia, will have to answer. Embody a mysterious violinist brought back to life in a declining world. Your violin and bow are both your instrument and means of transport. Catapult yourself throughout the world and complete levels by solving exciting platforming challenges while reactivating the machinery that brings life and energy back into this world. The reviews for Symphonia are very positive, if you're okay with unforgiving Metroidvania games, that is. The only negative I can find is it can be super hard and send you back a ways if you're not careful. The visuals, the music, the gameplay are a highlight in this challenging platformer. A few bugs here and there, but super easy to get over and forget just because this game is so good. Symphonia is available on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC. Bringing us to number 1. I know what you're thinking, it's already come out. And that's true for some. PlayStation 5 has officially finally dropped Warhammer 40,000 Darktide, and people are absolutely excited. From the developers of the best-selling and award-winning franchise Vermintide, Warhammer 40,000 Darktide is a visceral 4-player co-op action game set in the hive city of Tertium. Fight together with your friends against hordes of enemies in this new Warhammer 40,000 experience. In the depths of the hive, the seeds of corruption threaten to turn to an overwhelming tide of darkness. A mysterious and sinister new force is seeking to take control of the entire city. It's up to you and your allies in the Inquisition to root out the enemy before the city succumbs to chaos. The reviews for the game are very, very positive, and everyone seems to be in agreement. It needs more love. It is somewhat censored in Germany, Austria, and Japan, so if you plan to play with all the gory and violent effects, you'll have to reach out and grab another version. This game definitely does the Warhammer verse justice on staying with the lore and feeds first-person shooter fans all in the same go, almost like it's created in its own unique twist. The game is definitely worth picking up. Warhammer 40,000 Darktide is available on Xbox Series X and PC. It just released this month for PlayStation 5. Some of these games are absolutely amazing, and some of them are definitely intriguing. Let me know in the comments which ones you guys like the best and which ones you're excited to try out. Don't forget to like and subscribe.